Hi Capricorn. Alright, welcome to the space if you are new here. It is called Opal Oracle. And for those of you returning, welcome back. In either case, I wish you the happiest birthday. If it is your birthday during this time, Merry Christmas or whatever holy days you celebrate. I am recording this for December time, so to me we just had a time of giving thanks. And now this is a time of giving, right? It's also a very deep time of receiving as well. So I hope that is, I see fair and on par with you. I also saw the words, this was kind of interesting. I kind of chuckled at it. It was like aggressive learning. So for those of you who are in any kind of intensive learning program or just in this life, however, remember that lavender by your workstation, or if you're studying, like that it can help with efficiency and being mellow. It could also be, I see, just a second. Can help with trust too, okay? Whenever the readings are recorded at nighttime, they're always a little bit different, more moon energy. So, I guess we'll just open up your cards and see. I made it looks like an upside down triangle to me, which is water, right? But to you, it looks like fire. So there could be something about varying perspectives. Like, okay, if you look at it this way, it looks like that. If you look at it that way, it looks like this. I guess it's good to be open to perspectives. Maybe, yeah, be open-minded. Remember, whenever there's rigidity with anything, well, again, it's a time of giving and receiving, right? So the first card to show itself is the Fool. I'm using totally different cards for you. I really like these cards. They remind me of like these Russian cards. Very specific imagery. Like this person here is walking down a path. There's lots of small animals around. They feel comfortable. It's not too cold, but it's not real hot. It's kind of this really nice in-between. What's she looking at? Oh, she's looking at the star. Beautiful. So, remember, remember as you're going along the path that remember to look around. You know, you want to keep your eye ahead of you, because then you'll be able to see what these other options or opportunities are. Also, emotionality is what is going to be helping the path become something that's actually more in tune with you. This could also be someone really lining up with their purpose. With something. Maybe an old dream coming true. Interesting. Let's see your next two cards. Awesome. Just a second. We have the sun here. That's really powerful. So in Holy Day time, I don't know if you can see this, but it's like all these people gathered together eating food. Everyone really happy. There's varying ages here. That's nice. Those who you can't be close to right now, say physically, or a part of the party, whatever that means, the gathering. Maybe there are people at a distance. So remember, with all the awesome technology that we have, you can also connect in that way. It would be best if no one makes an excuse to why they can't do something. Maybe there's an antisocial person. There could be a little bit of an antisocial person here. They have more of a private personality. But, you know, with shyness, you know, this could be your children for some of you. But either way, it's like wherever there's shyness, the best way to overcome that is to kind of immerse yourself in a situation. You know what I mean? It's like riding a bicycle, right? At first, it's always a little wobbly. And then once you're in it, it's like, oh, this is really fun. You know, so maybe something to think about, maybe... Because this is a really good time. And I see, don't miss out on a good time. Whatever that means. Don't miss out on a good time. No. If you want something to be different, maybe someone wants to... What's the word I'm seeing? Well, I guess this is inviting something into a space that's already established. Or it's, again, like an open opportunity, because this is technically you here with the sun. And you have the Fool. So you have this openness of your heart right now, right? And that could be being shared in a variance of ways. So what are you wanting, say, in ways of, what are you wanting? Not being wanton about something, but wanting. What are you wishing for, I guess? I heard, who do you want to come knock on your door? Thing is this isn't something random. It's something that's invited, right? That's kind of like understanding what a want is, and putting the good energy towards that is going to help for something to grow, right? Like having a plan of action, you know? This is a really beautiful feast too. Maybe some of you have children that are also in college that are like away from home that can't come for the holidays. If that's the case, if they're far away, I don't know. Maybe some of you are considering moving closer to something, or you're coming closer to something, right? Again, because you're on the path. Let's open up your other cards. I haven't used these cards yet. I've only used them for myself in a private way, so it's interesting to use them now collectively. Wow, 10 of Pentacles, 2. Powerful. Sagittarius, your neighbor, also had that card. Let's see. Wow. There's another card of feasting. Can you see that? Like all the people gathered around. This is beautiful for the holy days. Wow. Oh, someone's trying to manifest their own destiny. Okay. Well, what are some practical means of going about that? Like whatever you're wishing for your family, for, I don't know, it could be anything really, like, because it connects all the way down the line. I feel like we work this way up. So What do I see here? I see a person that spent a lot of time like with themselves, like trying to figure out how to I don't know if walk the talk is the right terminology, but it's something like that, where like a person's comfortable in their own steps, right? They're comfortable in where they are, whether they're alone or whether they're around a bunch of other people, however they connect, right? Then from there's this great opening of like light, and this gives all these people that come in. And it's bountiful. It's so bountiful, the amount of abundance that comes in through, I guess, you know, because star sometimes, however beautiful and healing that is, star has its own challenges to overcome. You have to be vulnerable to achieve the maximus of this expression, right? You can't take everything with you. You got to let go of things. You got to shed things. There has to be change of mentality, right? Opening of heart, pouring out of emotion, right? All of these things have to kind of happen, which helps clear the way. So again, someone was walking on a great healing journey. They still are, but it's like a different energy now. And someone's maybe looking back also on all they have, like, maybe you want to think about the times where you really didn't have any idea. And then all of a sudden, it's like you kept walking on the path because you had faith some way, somehow, right? You're still here. And because of that, you ended up with something that was like miraculous. Well, when did that happen? What do you perceive that to be? When have the miracles happened in your life? And again, with that comfortability, right? Because being comfortable and being vulnerable, especially if we're talking to Capricorn energy collectively, this is a huge lesson, right? It's hard to do that. It's hard to do that. Sag, Capricorn energy, really hard, right? To soften those edges. So, but then again, something becomes softer. It becomes closer, right? Again, because of that, it opens up. There's such brightness, such positivity. And this is also someone trying to get it right. You know what I mean? There's a free flowing to it, but there's also some kind of structure, which is a really beautiful thing, right? There's like play and purpose. Purpose and play, like purpose around the creation. Again, it's almost like manifesting reality, which I guess all starts with your thinking, right? Your thinking and your feeling is going to be indicative to the path. Let's see here. It's definitely some really beautiful family energy here. So I feel like in general, this is good relations with family, with others. Again, it could be soul family, whatever, work family, even blood family. It's just family. Feels like family. Feels like family. No, I see it again. No making excuses for anything. Like maybe, I don't know if this is you calling someone else out, like, no, I don't want to hear your excuse. Like, I feel like if someone invites you to something, or someone's invited to something, they should accept. You know what I mean? Unless they're going through something that's like really huge and it's a complete, there's like an understanding to it. But for the most part, I feel like no cheap excuses for anything. You know what I mean? No cheap excuses for anything. Be like, no, I'm too busy. It's like, no, you're not. Go. Make time, right? I don't want... Someone says to themselves, someone says, I don't have time. And it's like, no, 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 no. You make some time. How do you think all this happened? How do you think this was created? You know? So maybe it's one of those things where if there's something that you want to create, right? You want to look to what your influences are around you that you are inspired by, right? This could be your family. This could be friends of yours. This could be colleagues, whatever. Like businesses, you know, you want to make a business. What business do you like? You want to create a family. What kind of family do you like? Is the whatever that you want to be a part, circles you want to be a part of. What do you want those people to be like? I mean, they won't always be what you want, but it's good to have a roundabout idea. And again, I see then that's when you got to make time, right? I also see writing down some your accomplishments for this year could be very helpful. The year that just passed, right? Also, for any of you where this is your birth time, this is also setting the stage for a really beautiful year. I feel like the next year for you is really good. There could be long distance communication. Also, I see that happening. I would say that there's also a person here that kind of is a little selective with what they say. Like it's not necessarily like editing what they say, but they want to make sure that they get it right. So if you're a person that likes to write and you're writing down your goals, or you're writing down even in your journal, you know, like, you can write whatever you want, but when you're talking about, well, just remember words are magic. Because I could see where someone questions themselves a little bit much, even though they're so loved. You know, they're just like, am I saying the right thing? Or, you know, I could also see someone's a little bit distracted by work, or they're distracted by family. That could be really strong right now. So just remember that, you know, you're allowed to loosen up a little bit. Maybe it's you know, we're allowed to play as humans. That's how things are really created, is our childlike energy. You know what I mean? You're like, yeah, I want to do that. I want to climb that tree. And then it's like, ooh, I'm up in the tree. Right? But it's not just an idea. It's like, okay, how do I get up there? It's getting up there. It's knowing how to get down. It's, you know, there's a premeditation here. There's some definitely really strong manifestation. So also remember that good connections with, you know, there's a lot of support here, right? And again, togetherness, happiness. I love this. I love this so much. Someone is definitely thinking so hard about what they're wishing for, and I feel like because a person isn't worried about the manifestation of it exactly, it's kind of like it's coming right towards them. But it comes through effort. A person has to keep moving forward. They can't just stay still, right? If we stay still, then things become complicated. That's when a person can lose faith. Okay, so you don't want to compare today to yesteryear. It's about right now and the future, right? I would also say, what are you trying to create? Trippy. Just a second. Oh, there's like this alternate, there's like this new, openness to perspective. There's an opening again. Someone's been working so hard on something too, which is actually giving a lot of security and room for play, right? Because I guess everything is playful if we think about creating life, you know, whether this is dinner or the business you're trying to run. It doesn't matter. It's all creating, right? Creative energy, which again is playful. It comes from this childlike place that, again, that things are possible, right? There's no fear in that. So actually, if you've been working really hard, in addition, well, I see those dreams coming true, whatever that is. I guess having the goal in mind is also important. But I would also, or in addition, I would like to mention that this could be a nice time. The playfulness can come. I feel like it's easier for Capricorn for you to play once the responsibilities are put away, right? It's almost like you pick up the art studio, or you pick up the kitchen, then you make a beautiful meal, right? You do all the dishes and you make a beautiful meal. You know, you make your bed and then you get in it all clean. You clean the studio and then you make a new painting. It's like the responsibility factor can be playful, and then that creates even more room for play, right? For, again, creation. I get to see some of you as teachers. There's definitely a teacher element here. There is a lot of, again, like intentional, quiet. It's quiet manifestation, but it's still doing, but it's silent. It could just be sitting silently, but thinking, or quieting the mind and feeling, or, you know, working, like being at work, but being quiet, like writing in your journal, but not saying anything. It's, this is where the creation comes stronger. So I would also say that you probably need a bit of quiet time in this month, in this time frame, because there's a lot of energy around you. Some of you could be very busy with work. There's so many people all around you. But you know what the thing is I feel like you can handle it all. Like, and because you got a good attitude about something too. I see Scorpio and Aries helping you. This is also learning people, or like learning. Maybe some of you want to think about taking a class next year, or what do you want to learn about? Because again, it goes back into that aggressive learning. Like if you want to, I feel like your mind is so open right now. So open. There's good luck with that too. I feel like Sagittarius and you're actually recorded on the same day. They're kind of there's something really strong there. They add a lot of positive energy also. I appreciate that for the collective magician. Awesome. Yeah, and the Ace of Swords. It's like, again, there's this clarity, which gives the ability to manifest. I also see writing is so important, whether this is typing, typewriter, keyboard, writing things on paper. There's something that's coming closer to you. It's like within your reach, okay? Or it's like, it's not quite like at arm's length. It's a little further than that. It's more like this than grabbing. It's just being open to it. Did we talk about keeping your eyes on the prize? But it's almost like when you're not looking. High Priestess. Yeah. It's almost like when you're not looking, you're going to run into it, you know, but it's almost like you can see it, but it's right there. Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's right there. It's so close. This could also be like creating the circles that you want, you know, like, again, I see work, awesome. I see family, awesome. Really good. Heart is open. Mind is open. Willing to physically learn different means of functioning. There is a little bit of editing, I suppose. But maybe it's one of those like, well, the effort to try to get it right is a good thing, but don't, how do I see this? You don't have to worry about it being perfect. You know, and if you, again, have been putting in a lot of work, doing a lot, I see someone here like putting things in order, putting things in the right place, seeing what they have, figuring out how to use it, being open to this new stage. These new energies, it's like, don't forget to relax too. And I guess remember that you relax the best, mentally, physically, whatever, when, after a hard day's work, you know, like after doing something that's, excuse me, that's, what's that card about? Oh, are you buying a new home? Or there's something about a new home? All the pieces are coming together. That's kind of it. It's like, and it's in such a beautiful way. Oh, I could also see this where, for those of you who have been around for a while, okay, Capricorn energy went into the serpentine maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and you were working your way through it. And there was a time when you got out of it, but you almost landed back sort of where you were, but then you had all these different options, you know, on how you want to move forward. But I see you being free of that now. Again, there's more, the opportunity is open to you. So it's almost like, how can you create with what you have now? Because you have so much of a support system, there's no way you can really fail. Right? Remember the creative aspect of it. You know, what we surround ourselves with makes a big difference, you know. You know, you have pictures of things that make you happy in your mind, on your walls, the song, the lyrics of the songs you listen to. This is what creates in your life, you know. Everything's sort of guiding. We kind of guide ourselves, don't we? Strong energy. It's so positive. Look at that. And then you have the 10 of Cups. These people getting married. Huh? Maybe for some of you, this is letting go of the old you, you know, an old part of you that's again, you have an opportunity to create the 9 and 10 of Cups. Yeah, to create, this is your birthday time too. This is your birthday. Wow. It's also someone's anniversary, right? Which is so positive. So oh, this is so positive. I don't even really have words for it. Such beautiful gatherings of people. Everyone is so happy and appreciative. I guess if this is the energy that you want in your life, it's right there. You can, that's in your grasp at any time. But whatever these farther reaching goals are, like say more in the that feeling space is solid. It's there. You can grab it. Again, you can grab it any old time. It's right there, in your reach. But if there's anything of further goals, just remember that, well, I guess make time for them, right? Whatever that means, you know. You know, you got to try or you never know. And the trying part would be where you're having fun about it, right? And then you can find, you know, you may see something that, well, I see seek and ye shall find. Some of you could buy a house. There's something about this. Something about a home. Maybe some of you are thinking about moving, or I don't know. Someone here is so comfortable. They feel so loved. Yeah, they're so comfortable. It's like everything they ever asked for. So remember that everything that came before is a big part of what is now. That includes the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful. Okay? So maybe it's just a bit of appreciation and gratitude also will get you there. Not where you want to be. And this isn't manifestation, and like, I need to mention, like, you can't manipulate the future. But you can interact with the present with a future perspective. Sun. Look at this, the Sun and the 3 of Pentacles, which it's basically like creating happiness. You know, creating really the life that you want. Being accepted in your family. It's, I don't know, feeling good about what you have again. Grateful. Huh. Remember, you have a lot of support, so and because you had two tens, 3 technically that came out, this is going to roll back over into a 1, which gives you 3 new opportunities, kind of, right? 2 to 3, depending again on what you're trying to do. Huh. And I see, again, remember that it's coming towards you, but for some of you, you have to be more patient, right? Things happen in their own time, and better to choose for yourself than to have something be chosen for you. right? You want to take the empowered stance about it, right? I saw where someone, no, I'm not going to mention that. We've said enough. Okay, thank you, Capricorn. I do love you so much. You've always been a really powerful energy through this space, and I thank you. Because I know Opal Oracle speaks of really vulnerable positions sometimes, you know, and so I thank you for being soft here and strong, you know. It takes a lot of strength to be soft. So thank you. Again, like we said recently, holding it all together, you know. Keeping yourself steady when you can, but being mature. And so I guess with all this energy too, you can do a lot on your own, but remember, you don't ever have to do it all by yourself. You're not all by yourself. You're surrounded by love and support. Okay? Surrounded. This reading was so beautiful, you know? I'm happy for you. Merry Christmas again, or whatever holy days you celebrate. I hope your birthday is good if it is your birthday. Thank you so much for a wonderful year, or however long you've been a part of this space. So grateful. And I'll talk to you next time. Okay? Take care. Peace out.